5 minis that you should avoid at all costs. If you use these minis in your deck, good luck at facing against meta decks. Starting with the Magic Archer. He has such a slow attack speed, 0.35 shots per second, and only has 6 HP, and he can be easily taken out by the Archer, which is the best and most annoying troop in the game now. And the reason why he is decent in the last meta is because he counters Archer Queen, which guess what now? She's weak, so there's not really a point of using the Magic Archer anymore. The only scenario where it kind of fits in is against the Royal Champion, but it's still kind of unreliable because you got stuff like the Bowler and the Prince Charge. They can change the mini placements, which means the Magic Archer can't get the exact right angle to pierce through everything. So not the best situation. Following 4 minis are even worse. Now the 4th mini is the Royal Ghost. He is the only melee mini that has under 5 HP, and he's a 3 elixir mini, so that's pretty bad. So that means that he can be insta-killed by the Dark Goblin's Clash ability. And as you know, Spirit Goblin is the 2nd most annoying troop in the game, and he's also very strong. And his super is just not impactful. The only thing that makes him somewhat useful is his 2nd star, but that's still pretty obscure, and his other stars is just trash. So you should just ghost this trash mini until he gets buffed in the next balance change. Moving on to the Witch now, the 3rd worst mini. It takes 5 years to even get her super, and he'll be killed by the Archer before she gets her super because, again, she only has 6 HP. And even if she gets her super, the skeletons can actually do more harm than good because the skeletons trigger Boast. I'm sure you heard this a million times, but it is a very serious problem. This means that if the Archer or the Spirit Goblin kills one of these skeletons, they get a boost of 1 extra damage. That is going to make them even more annoying. And what's even worse is when the Royal Champion chained to those skeletons. Now she can chain 6 or 7 supers in one go because of those skeletons feeding her boast. And actually that is how I broke the most supers record in my world record video, which I really recommend watching. It's so fun. But that just proves how damaging those skeletons can be. You can upgrade her to her 2nd star to avoid that, but that's 8 elixir to invest. Not a good deal. So I would just suggest switch to another mini. No? Okay. Now the 2nd worst mini, even worse, is the E-Wiz. Once the king, once the god, once the glory of Clash Mini that people created cults, now is the 2nd worst. He has the same problem as the Magic Archer and the Witch. He is just easily killed by the Archer. He only has 6 HP as well, and he is 4 elixir. That means that you are investing 4 elixir for the E-Wiz to just get killed by the Archer. And 4 elixir minis just aren't in the meta right now, especially ranged one, which is why all 4 elixir ranged minis are actually in this list. The Magic Archer, the Witch, and the E-Wiz. He has a new 2nd star, which is cool, it's fun, it's unique to play with, but it really has a negligible impact. 2 energy for nearby allies for 4 elixir. How is that worth it? And he did get a hit speed buff as well with the Season 3 balance update, but that's just not close to being enough to get him back. And now, before I reveal the worst mini, some honorable mentions include the Healing Ranger and the Swordsman. Congrats on not being on the You Suck list, but you are very, very close. Now to the worst mini in Clash Mini, leave your guesses in the comments, and it is, of course, the Dark Goblin. Same story as the E-Wiz. Once the god, the king, the glory of Clash Mini now falls into the worst. Again, same problem with the Archer. It just kills him because he only has 5 HP. And it affects the Dark Goblin the most because the Dark Goblin relies on the stacking up attack speed to make him quicker and quicker and quicker, and that needs time. And he can't get that because he's just taken out by the Archer, so he does nothing. What's even worse is that all of his stars rely on that rage stacking, which again is not going to happen. That just makes him useless, and there are just so many other good free elixir minis, such as the bowler. So the Dark Goblin is just dead. He does not offer anything. On that depressing note, do you think there are any other minis that belong in this used suck list? Tell me in the comment section below. And if this video hits 50 likes, I will do a top 5 best minis in the game. And if you want to know about the strength of the other minis, you can check out this tier list video. It is really useful.